What is happening here? Have you ever seen this before? I'm going to own up to a serious mistake that I made a few years ago. This is a bit lengthy, so I'll tell you the conclusion up front. Be very, very careful when you administer ivermectin or any kind of chemical to your snake. 5 years ago, I received a new snake. I typically quarantined them alone in a separate room for 6 months, but in this case, I got lazy. I put the new snake in a rack with 3 holdback Dumeril boas that were yearlings at the time. I wanted to treat the new snake in case it had mites, and I reasoned that since the Dumerils were in the same rack, they should also be treated. So I searched on YouTube for instructions on mite treatments and decided that diluted ivermectin would be best. I came across a video whose creators are very prominent in the industry, which explained the amount of ivermectin in milligrams to use per ounce of water, and I followed the instructions as closely as I could. Then I lightly sprayed the new snake and the 3 Dumeril boas with the mix. The next day, I found that the Dumerils had all gone completely limp. You could pick them up and hang them over a finger like a spaghetti noodle. I was in shock. I got onto the internet and searched harder for information on ivermectin and dosage quantities, and quickly found that I had overdosed my animals by a factor of 8x to 10x. To help them recuperate from the overdose, I soaked them in water for a long time, and in time they all did recover, with one exception. And I've kept them all to monitor them into adulthood. Obviously, this is all entirely my fault. I place zero blame on anyone else for what happened. I clearly should have done more research beyond a quick search on YouTube. I sent the owners of the YouTube video a direct message about what I found, but it was never replied to. So I left a comment on the video saying that the dosage was too high, and I encouraged viewers to do their own research. I saw that a couple of other snake breeders that I know also left comments saying that the dosage was too high. But to date, the video is still up on YouTube. The good news is that all 3 Dumerils survived the incident. 2 are still with me. But I want to highlight an interesting defect manifest in one of them that is likely related to the ivermectin overdose. As you can see in this video, this snake is severely compressed laterally through the anterior half of its body. It's very pronounced. The side walls of its body are physically compressed together. From what I've been reading, the snake has experienced profound neurogenic muscle atrophy. This is not the kind of muscle atrophy that a mammal can experience by sitting still for weeks. Snakes don't get this kind of atrophy. Snakes have been known to sit still or nearly still in ambush position for months at a time. But in the case of this snake, it is likely that the ivermectin overdose flooded its juvenile nervous system and damaged the nerves that take part in developing the muscle groups on the sides of the spine. If that development was completely halted, the ribs would continue growing downward, but without an outward push of those lateral muscles. The result would be a pinched appearance along the sides of the snake. As far as quality of life goes, this snake is now 6 years old and seems to breathe, eat, and defecate without any problems. It is likely that the compressed rib cages have significantly reduced its lung capacity, and the weakened lateral muscles probably impact its ability to push food down the esophagus, so I don't feed her large meals. She also moves fine on flat surfaces, although it is very unique to watch, as you can imagine. Maybe the biggest issue she has is difficulty in shedding. It takes coordinated muscle movement to rub off old skin, and she doesn't have it. So I've had to help her shed a few times, but apart from these things, she seems no worse for wear. I intend to keep her for life, and hopefully she'll experience the same longevity as her parents, who are both in their late 20s now. So there you go. As I said at the beginning, be very careful when you administer ivermectin or any other chemical to your snake. There's a lot of information out there telling you what things to try when treating your animal or its enclosure, so make sure you do thorough research. There's a lot to blame me for with this. I clearly made some severe mistakes. Again, these are on me, and I post this to the web in hopes that it helps others to learn. Thanks for watching.